And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boone, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set and towing the slab, Ryan Weathers. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So you look at the
runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. And at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And that one is lifted in the air. Green makes the grab, one away.
Batting third, second base.
2 outs, nobody on. Now it's the right fielder, Matt Vierling. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first. Out number 3. Tigers fail to make any noise. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Now the number 2 hitter, Mason Wynn. And that's in for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit.
On the ground to the left. Throw on to Torkelson. Got the out. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Out to short, Win. Tosses across to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Brandon Lau.
So up next,
Now
Andy
batting, third
Ibanez.
baseman Andy Ibanez.
It's in and out of his glove. Gets off a throw. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, that was clearly a double play ball, but the bobble unfortunately prevented him from being able to get.
So the batting order turns over. Now here is Willie Castro. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Head first slide, and he's safe. They trail by 1. It's 3-2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
And next to hit for Detroit, Parker Meadows.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Swing and a slow roller. Win. Fires across the diamond. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang, play to end the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 3, Tigers 2. So 2 down. Mason Wynn will hit next. First pitch, and he just misses. Wynn goes 5 feet 11 inches, 185 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year.
Hey, nice hit,
Lined, and that's a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order.
Now,
So digging in, Mason Wynn. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Marlins leave 1, but they still lead at 3-2. Two outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
The shortstop takes a ball. Hard hit left side. Castro sends it to first. That's the 3rd out. And
Well, I love the fact they didn't quit.
from inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Miami Marlins. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. He's really made this a dangerous team. His bat's been lethal of late, and it's opening up a lot of opportunities for his teammates, too.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about to get started. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Valente Beozo. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor. And we'll watch how he works in this one.
One down. And up next for Miami, Mason Wynn. And first offering is fouled off. The Marlins with a chance to play spoiler in this ball game. Called strike right there.
Yeah, once a team's already eliminated, it can be a challenge to stay motivated and engaged. Spite is one way to do that, I guess.
Next pitch inside. Now 1-2. And the sweeper misses.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Man at first, nobody out. And next up for the Tigers, Colt Keith. On the ground to short, could be 2. Acuna has it for 1. How about that double play?
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
First and second, no outs. Mason Wynn, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
He's looking for a strikeout or a ball on the ground for a double play to sort of calm this situation down.
One ball, one
Squirts
strike.
away a little bit. To third. Tag. Got him. The shortstop takes the ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
In there at the knees. Edwards, the runner at second with 1 away. And it remains 2-2. Now one miss.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Win to second, over to first, safe.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
And up next for Detroit, Jake Rogers. Swing and a ground ball out to short. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
To the right side, Acuna. In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Tigers 3 and the Marlins nothing. So 2 down. Mason Wynn getting ready to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Foul ball there.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings and misses. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Now the third baseman, Colt Keith. Hit on the ground to short. Win. Whips it to first. And that'll do it. Offense held in check there. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Tigers 3 and the Marlins nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Marlins, Mason Wynn. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. That one fouled off.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Green pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One away.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here. Our starting pitcher in this one, Max Meyer. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters. Not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Fouled off. He was late.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Headed for the plate. He will score, and the Marlins have the lead. And it's an RBI single, 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, get that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do. And now they've got some speed.
Runner takes off. Fouled off left side. Skubal with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Runner goes again. There's a ball. Safe at second with a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Singy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Caught him looking for the K. 1 run in the inning, but they lead. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. 2-2 on the way. Ouch, that one drilled him. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Leading off for Detroit.
Out of the 3rd inning. Here's the center fielder. This is Willie Castro. On the ground to first, could be 2. Fires to second for 1. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Skubal back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
No ball.
Skubal was recently named pitcher of the month for some outstanding work on the mound. There's a strike.
No question that he earned that pitcher of the month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
Just off the inside corner. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Colt Keith now at the plate. Hit on the ground to short. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Tigers strand a pair. They trail here 1-0. And at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 3-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Here's Riley Green. There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him.
Man, I see him trying to be aggressive right there late in this ball game. Trying to add on to that lead. You know, I really like the thought. But it just didn't work out that time. Nice job by the defense right there to keep things right where they are in terms of the score.
Gets it to first. Now 2 away. Now at the plate, Mason Wynn. He's already homered here in this one. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
1-2.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. And a swing and a miss. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Jake Rogers.
1-1-1.
Ripped to short. Sends it across the first. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Grounds one to short. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Tigers stranded. Spencer Torkelson digs in now. On the ground. Slings it across, and they get Torkelson for the out.
This team secures a winning season with the W today, and regardless of what else happens the rest of the way, you know that you're a winning ball club. So a little bit of pressure off, put your foot on the gas, and just see where you can finish from this point on.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Colorado Rockies. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So almost ready to get underway. And on the hill, Austin Gomber. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Mason Wynn stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And that's outside. Ball one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swings and misses. And that's strike two.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
1-1.
The shortstop takes the ball. Acuna at second with 2 down. Ground ball left side. McMahon fires over to first. And that is Mason Wynn, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first offering is not close.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
And look out as that one ran in and got him. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Acuna has it for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Now batting,
Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. That's in there. Strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and misses. 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Foul ball still 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up. Back here at Coors Field. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Michael Toglia.
Michael Toglia.
Out to short. Win. Throws to first in time. 1 gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
1 down. So in now for Colorado, Kyle Farmer. Out to short. Throws across the diamond, and there are 2 outs.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw. It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job.
Live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Colorado Rockies. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set, and on the mound today, German Marquez. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
And now the center fielder, Victor Scott. That's outside. And we are underway. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Marquez with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Victor Scott. Hit on the ground to the right side. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Caught it out front and ripped it down the line. And as soon as he saw it get through the infield, man, he started making that big turn towards second for the double.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And up next for Miami, Mason Wynn. Man at second. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save. And that makes it 30 stolen bases for him this season. And that is out of play. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle.
And that one hit to first. Boots it. The tying run is in to score from third. Now here's Nolan Jones.
Left fielder,
2 out, space is empty.
Nolan Jones.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Scott on his way over. And the inning is over. Victor Scott,
Now
the next
batting,
up for the
center
Marlins.
fielder, Victor
1 for
Scott
2.
II.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And takes low for ball 1.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And a ball evens the count. That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Mason Wynn will hit next. Runner takes off for third. Pitch is low. Throw to third. Save. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No swing. He held up. Darryl Parker with the call there. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Inside. The count now 2-2. Got him. That K is his third of the game. So they strand a pair. Back here in Denver, top 6. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Victor Scott. First offering and it just misses. Scott in his second season, 24 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And they tag him out. Base is empty, 1 away. And now Nolan Jones. 1 down, base is empty. That's towards center. Scott drops steps, heads back on it. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Out towards right center field. Scott on the move. And there's 2 away.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Victor Scott, the next up for the Marlins. Ball 1 and a pitch inside. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And the count 1-1. 2 outs. That's to third. Sends it to Tolia, and that will end the inning. And 1, 2, 3. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Liner, base hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
And there's a hit. And the tying runs at second base with a double. As the tying run is forced to stop at second.
You got to get on your horse and get to that ball and get it back in. Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And the final score here, 4-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire... Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's
And
all
now,
about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Colorado Rockies. So just about set now. Our starter in this one, Jay Stolander.
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Got it. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Otto Lopez now at the plate.
Three-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. 1 out, bases empty. And that one is downstairs. And now it's even 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1 down, base is empty. Just off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out of a slider, and there's 2 gone.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Lopez swings through it for strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Outside, and that's ball 1. Line, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what.
Castillo will throw over.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Next pitch is outside. Runner on the go. And that one fouled off. With the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. And now Sam Huff. So the tying run at second. He goes down looking. And welcome back to the ballpark. We're in extras here, and now the DH, Otto Lopez. Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And he went around. Just enough that time.
They call this batter a gamer because he always seems to perform better when it matters most. Who doesn't want a guy like that on your team?
Just missed.
2-1.
Popped up right side. Estrada makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Now batting.
He's done it again, Boog. That's his 30th save of the year as he puts another game to bed. Sweet dreams, everyone.
And your final 3-1. And the road